Dear Q Talks, how I found my happiness. Last year, in 2017, I was most definitely in a weird space. Even though everything in my business was going so great, doing well as a publicist, I was pretty much like the most wanted publicist in New York City. But I became overwhelmed and I became depressed. And I wasn't sure of why I was feeling depressed, but I was always sad. Like after, me dealing with the public or whoever I had to deal with, I would go home and just feel very alone. I feel like I didn't have any support. I just felt like crying. I actually was crying almost every day, not understanding what I was feeling. And I think it was because I was looking for physical support. And although I always preached about God, I don't think I was really truly in tuned into Him at the time. And not understanding that God is all the support that I need. And He'll most definitely bring in people to be that physical support. But so as an entrepreneur, I have my hands in so many things. So sometimes it's like, why am I doing this by myself? Even though it's my dream, my goal, but sometimes, you want to build that team that can help you really get to the level that you want to get to. And I just felt like I was always supportive of everyone else, but nobody was really truly supportive of me. And it just became overwhelming. It became so overwhelming that I just felt like giving up. I felt like quitting. And it just made me sad because I was like, do I truly want to do what I'm doing? Do I truly want to have the L spot? What am I doing this for? I really had to ask myself a lot of questions, real questions of why am I doing certain things? What is my purpose? Who am I doing it for? Am I truly doing it for me? Or am I doing it for others or doing it for what people think I should be doing? And, after asking myself those questions, I had came to the conclusion that I love helping others. I truly do love helping others, and I get so much of satisfaction out of it because they're able to achieve what they want to achieve by the support of me. So I had to look at things differently. I had to think of things where, okay, it's not about me. It's about, the goals that whoever I'm working with, and just really changing the perspective. I realized I was changing for better when I started to trust God, really have faith in Him. Everything that I was going through needed to happen. Honestly, I haven't been in church since I was 13, maybe younger than that. But I feel like I have a personal relationship with God. I just started trusting Him because I've gone through so much prior to what I was going through at that time. And I'm like, I always got out of it. And to know that every time I go through something and I talk to God, I pray to God, and I get out of it, it's like, okay, why don't you always trust, God every time you're going through a hurdle? Why don't you? And I just started saying, you know what? I believe that there's a spirit out there that's watching me, protecting me, guiding me. And if there are any struggles that I do go through, it's happening for a reason. It's happening to help me grow as a person. It's not necessarily for me to go through bad situations. It's just more of, okay, I'm prepping you for the next step. And that's when I started having an understanding. And once I started having real faith in God, that now I'm in a happy place because it's not like I don't go through any hurdles or any struggles, but it doesn't faze me anymore. It doesn't make me feel down. I feel like I'm my most happiest right now. And that's because I truly, truly have faith that everything I'm going through is for a reason. So I have two companies now. It's the L Spot Productions, which is a production company where we have the television shows, and we're actually planning on producing more shows. And then we have the magazine now. So we're no longer blogging. Everything that we normally would write on our site is going into the magazine, and decided to take, in the past, I had the PR company under the L Spot, but now I decided to start a new company called NYC Public Relations Agency. And I also took a new direction with that. I used to do publicity for music artists, but now I'm looking for well-rounded talent. So I don't want it to be where you're just only a music artist. You have to be a music artist, actor, some form of entertainer if I'm going to do entertainment entertainment, but I'm also looking for businesses as well. It was something that I've always wanted to do, and I was doing it under the L Spot when I had the PR company there, but it wasn't as much as I really truly wanted to. I'm now getting the new company up and running because I wanted to focus on the L Spot to get that going, especially with the new transition of me doing the magazine and the TV show, and being that I edit, produce and just do so much with the show, the publicity, the marketing, everything. I just decided to put my all into the L Spot, and now I'm working on the new PR company and just really pushing that. I feel like things have drastically changed. Of course, not to the highest level yet, but I feel like we're in preparation for that right now. We're finally getting a steady path that is not like before. I'm always revamping, always changing things, but this time it's okay, this is what it is. I don't see myself changing this within the next few years. It's always going to be a magazine and it's always going to be TV shows, but we're going to just continuously be producing content. And that's something that we've always done, but it was just more digital. Now we're doing television. What made me realize I'm happy is when I realized I'm still going through struggles and I'm not feeling sad about it. I'm not feeling depressed about it. I haven't cried about it. And it's if I really think about it, it's probably worse struggles that I was in before, but I'm it's okay. I'm focusing on the positive aspect of it, of all the things that I'm able to accomplish. Everything else is going to come together. And so far, it most definitely has been coming together, that by me having faith in God, anything is possible. Anything. I truly am happy and thankful that I can really genuinely smile. There's no fake smiling anymore. I'm really happy. I'm also, something I realize that I'm doing now is giving love, real love, and not being afraid to do it either. And that's for everyone. And I also had to forgive everyone in the past because I noticed that I was also holding on to a lot of things that I've gone through, and especially with certain people. And I felt every time I hear their name, I just cringe. Now it's I forgive you. And if I do hear your name, there's no cringe. It's I have love for you. I just don't have to deal with you. Ever since I've been giving out love and just really being supportive and not feeling forced to do anything that I don't want to do, that things have changed. And I feel I'm getting it back. There's so many amazing people that are coming into my life that I didn't expect to come into my life that are just keeping that love going. And I am just so thankful and so happy that this is happening. And I know everything is going to be fine no matter what I go through. Sincerely, Happy Empress.